Today, let's talk about 7mm-08. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to a new episode of the Rex Draw Boys. Today I'm excited to bring you a new caliber for the channel. It is 7mm-08 and we're going to be testing 139 grain Hornady InterLock. But first, let's talk about the rifle a little bit, shall we? Okay, so I wanted to be said that this is not my gun. This is actually Justin's gun. If you're wondering who Justin was, he's the guy in the last video that did the TSS versus Longbeard video, I believe is what it was. He was the one that kind of spearheaded that one because he's really big into turkey hunting, and I hope to go with him this season. I've never been turkey hunting, so it's going to be kind of fun to see whether or not I enjoy it, which, judging by what y'all said in that last video, it sounds very enjoyable. So let's talk about Justin's rifle, shall we? It is a Thompson Center Venture Weather Shield rifle. Here's some of the calibers that it originally came in. It came in a 22-50. It came in 6.5 Creedmoor. It came in 270 Winchester, 7mm-08, 7mm Remington, 308, 300 Win Mag, 30-06. You know, just the standard calibers that a lot of people still shoot to this day. It is a bolt action repeating. It has a 3+1 capacity magazine, free floated barrel, 5R rifling, and it's going to be a 22-inch barrel. This is not the 24-inch barrel model. It has a single stage trigger. It is adjustable. It is in mossy oak camo design. Overall, it weighs 7 pounds. And it MSRPs at about at the higher end of $500, maybe $600, something like that. On top, he has a Nikon Pro Staff 3x9x40 scope. It has a Weaver style mount going on to it. It has a 70-degree bolt throw on it. It has a side safety where you switch it back and forth of where it goes on and off safety. Got your magazine. It's got your adjustable trigger. Overall, it's a really nice setup. Just so that you guys know, Justin has already sighted in this rifle for 139 grain Hornady American Whitetail. So this rifle should be dead on as soon as I take it to the range. So let's talk about the ammunition real quick. The ammunition, you guys have seen it before in my my 30-06 video. I did in the 30-06 video, I did 150 grain InterLock, I believe. No, it was 150 grain American Whitetail InterLock is the type of bullet that it is. Sorry, I had to correct myself. So with the 7mm-08, we've got 139 grains coming out of the rifle to the tune of about 40 feet per second. If you zero this rifle at 200 yards, you will have to make sure, if you don't have a 200 yard range and you were zeroing this at 100, you would have to put it at 1.8 inches high at 100 to be at a 200 yard zero. Keep that in mind for some long distance shooting. So if you were to take this long distance, it is 1.8 inches at 100. Moving on out, 300 yards at 7.9 inches, 400 yards, 23.2. No real reason to be taking a 7mm-08 out to 500 yards, but if you did, it drops 47.5 inches. Let me explain what the bullet's supposed to do. It is a standard cup and core bullet. This is their budget offering that they have on the Hornady line, just like Remington Core-Lock has their line, Federal Power Shock has their line. All this is a cup and core bullet to where they put the lead inside the copper and they wrap essentially the copper around the lead core. It allows for some moderate penetration, but the most prevalent thing in InterLock bullets is the expansion that you get upon impact, which is something that I'm going to test today. Here's what the test looks like. We're going to do three-shot groups today. We're going to try to work on our trigger squeeze. We're going to give it a 5-minute timer in between each 3-shot group. And we're going to test the overall accuracy, whether or not this Thompson Center likes those 139 grain Hornady InterLocks. After we get done shooting those 3-shot groups, we're going to be shooting a couple of surprise things. I'm not going to tell you about it. You're going to have to stay tuned to be able to watch that part. But I am super excited to show y'all what I've got lined up for that. But it's going to be very explosive. Let's just put it like that. So that's the test. That's the rifle. That's the ammunition. The only thing left to do is to go outside in some really windy conditions. We will zoom in to the 3-shot groups at the range. Take it away, Thomas at the range. This is the first 3-shot group, top left target. Hornady American Whitetail 139 grain InterLock. She shoots good. right, let's go look at our first 3-shot group. Doing pretty good if you ask me. That's not a bad group. It's well under an inch. So the plan now is I'm gonna go set a 5-minute timer, and then I'm gonna let that gun set. And then after that timer's up, I'm gonna do the second 3-shot group on the target to the right. Let me go do that real quick. So that y'all see I ain't cheating, here you go. 5 minutes. I'm pressing play right now. Can you see it? All right, I'm gonna pick y'all up when that timer's up. Let's do the next one. Second 3-shot group, Hornady InterLock, 139 grain, top right target. That first shot that went left was me. I pulled that to the left. I could tell what I did, and I own up to that one. Yeah. That first shot on that second 3-shot group was me. So that second 3-shot group, I forgot to cut y'all on. So y'all are just gonna have to wait, like I do, to go look at that second 3-shot group. Oops. Go back to Thomas now, thanks. There it is, there's my second 3-shot group. I didn't have the other GoPro on. The shot on the left right here, this one right here, that was on me. I pulled that shot. I own up to that one. So I'm gonna put markers back over this target. We're gonna do a third 3-shot group because I can do better than that. And that gun, as you can tell, could do better than that too. So I own up to that shot. I know what happened. My hand slipped last second and it made it pull to the left. So we'll give it another 5 minutes, pop some covers on that thing and redo it. There, just like new. All right, let's do it again because I can do better than that. All right, third 3-shot group. Since I messed up that one top right target, I'm gonna put 3 shots of that top right target. This time, it is a cold barrel. This time, I'm gonna focus on trigger squeeze, and I'm not gonna move until that gun goes off. I will admit that I've gotten used to shooting my alt-6. That was a good squeeze on my part. A failure to fire. Okay. This is the first time I've ever had this happen, but we've got a failure to fire. I'm not gonna point it at me, but if you look, the primer was punched. No ignition, bad bullet. That's the first time for me, but you noticed I didn't flinch. But yeah, bad primer. All right, let me get one more since Hornady didn't, I'm not gonna rat on them too bad. Because I mean, you're bound to have something, anything go wrong. So, I'm not gonna rat Hornady because I'm getting some decent accuracy today. But still, I know bullets not supposed to do that, but I can't make it up either. That's what happened in my experience of shooting this gun with that ammo. But it's another decent group at least, I'll give it that. I'm also going to add that this is an extremely windy day. If you can't pick up on the fact that I'm doing most of my talking in the studio, but most of my talking in here on the inside is because I did not want to have another video with a bunch of wind noise. It is like heck trying to deal with wind noise in the post stages of editing. So you guys are just going to have to go with me and go with how the story turns out. After that second 3-shot group, we went ahead and made sure that that barrel was cooled down all the way. It was cold to the touch. It wasn't even cool. It was absolutely just cold to the touch. And I think the added benefit of that was the wind was coming straight up out of the north onto the rifle's barrel. So even after I shot it, it was just constant wind going on that barrel. So that is an added benefit of the barrel cooling down. But I'm also going to say that that is also an added variable in the test to be like, okay, is this accuracy? Are these shots that are going to the left really me? I feel like some of it is, but I also feel like some of it could be these random wind gusts, because as you could tell throughout this video, this wind was very, very up to date. It was very high. Okay, so group number one, here's a thumb test. My thumb is a 1/2 inch wide. I've measured it, so that's what that looks like. Thumb test on this one, it's I would give this, leave a comment down below. I feel like I'm justified by saying that's probably 1 inch and 2/10, maybe 1 inch and 3/10. Y'all leave a comment down below. How big do y'all think that is? I mean, look at the size of your thumb, unless you got big hands. If you got big hands, don't worry about it, but look. I got one of those smaller targets, so those two easily covered up with my little 1/2 inch finger. Thumb test approved. Accuracy is good. Now, those are the 3-shot groups. We got the thumb test. Everything looked great. If you have a 7mm-08 rifle and you decide to shoot Hornady American Whitetail 139 grain interlock, it's probably going to vary in your rifle as well. No rifle is going to be able to react the exact same way that this rifle, the one that I tested in this video, is going to react. Your results are going to vary, so I want you guys to keep that in mind during your own test. But don't hesitate to test in your rifle for your results. Up next, drum roll, beans. We're gonna shoot beans and we're gonna watch it fly. It's gonna go boom. Here we go. All right, now it's time to shoot some beans. I don't like beans, so they're gonna go away. I figured y'all'd rather see the beans instead of looking at my pretty face. So y'all gonna look at the beans while I shoot them. Say no to pinto in 3, 2, bye-bye beans. Yeah, it's raining beans. Oh my Lord. Oh, there's beans everywhere. We'll get it at my shoes here in a second. You gotta be kidding me. That's super funny. Oh man. Have y'all ever thought about shooting roadtail? I hadn't until today, but let's do it. A new challenger approaches. I don't like roadtail either, so we're gonna make this roadtail go away. All of this original diced tomatoes and this green goodness is about to go kaboom. If I can hit this can of roadtail, a deer will die. Let's go test it. My roadtail bullet. There's a roadtail original can on the horizon, and I don't like the way it's looking at me, so we're gonna make it disappear. It disappeared. That'll teach you for being spicy. Okay, back to the studio, Thomas. And here's my final thoughts, guys. This was a very fun video to make. It was a very windy video to make, which is why I'm in here. But overall, the Thompson Center Venture that we did, chambered in 7mm-08, did a very, very good job with the 139 grain, rather, Hornady interlock bullet. So overall, accuracy was good. Expansion was incredible, as you can see by the slow motion footage. The wind was the only variable that I can't be like, okay, guys, I know that this was a problem, or I don't know. I know that it was enough to mess with the camera's audio, which says a lot because I deal with wind all the time, and this is one of those days to where I had to bunker down because even my camera stand got broke. Look at this. Now I gotta fix that. Yeah, it was windy, guys. As always, guys, I hope that y'all enjoyed the video of an honest review of what this gun did with the 139 grain Hornady InterLock bullet. Guys, I hope that y'all have a fantastic week. If this is the first time you're watching, hi, it's nice to meet you. If this is not the first time you're watching, hi, it's nice to see y'all again. We got a lot more cool stuff headed right down the line, so stay tuned because it's coming to your living room or phone or whatever it is you watch on this video. By the way, I haven't asked all the way up to this point, but if you have watched this video to this point, why don't you leave a thumbs up to let me know that you've watched it? That would be really, really awesome if you did. Tell the algorithm that this is good content because I don't know. Guys, until the next episode of the Rextrail Boys, beans and all, I guess we gone.